So on the difference, you talk of measurement of fund, we're seeing accrual basis and cash flow basis. Anyone would say something on accrual? Have we heard of accrual before? And accounting, this river? You always be there to provide answer. Because my understanding is all these you did. Accrual basis, you're forgetting. Mom over there, accrual basis, energy. You're running away? Accrual cases. Any thought? Yes, sister over there? My brother? Okay. So under here, what we're looking at is we try to focus to say when exactly money should be recognized to have been what? To have been earned. So under accounting, when we talk of accrual basis, that is to say, we sometimes recognize to have made money or to have earned money, even if that money has not been actually what? Received. You get what I mean? We also recognize to have spent money, even if we have not actually paid for an expense. Do you get what I mean? Do you have any situation where we can have this? Yes, credit sales, to be specific. If there is a credit sale, money has not been earned, right? Money has not been received, yeah? But under accounting, we recognize money to have been earned, even if that money is not received. 3 months. Whereas under the cash flow basis on the financial management, or what we are looking at is to say, under the financial management, we should recognize cash when it is actually what? Received. When we are actually having it, so that we can plan over it in the best or meaningful manner. That's the difference. Accrual basis, cash flow basis. We are there, right? All right, we proceed. And we go to purpose as another form of the difference. We are there, right? And there, under accounting, it's a purpose of accounting is to correct and present the data in a meaningful manner. To correct and present the data in a meaningful manner. To correct and present the data. To correct and present the data in a meaningful manner. And under financial management, you write financial management involves the use of this data, involves the use of this data, involves the use of this data, involves the use of this data for financial decision-making purposes. For financial decision-making purposes. We are there, right? To use this data for financial decision-making purposes. So, just as a complement, as I said earlier, when we talk of financial management, it's just an extension of the financial accounting, where the financial managers works on the work that has been produced by the financial accountant. So based on the reports that the accounting department has produced, the financial department, the financial management department has to make a financial decision by having, we call an analysis of the financial statements that have been presented. We go to the other difference. There you write time frame. Time frame. Time frame. time frame, and under the time frame you write this. Under accounting you write quarterly, half year, and year. Quarterly, half year, and year. Quarterly, half year, and year. You're there, right? Then on the financial management there, you write management can do this activity at any time. At any time. So what it means there is we are looking at reporting. Most of the times under accounting, the reports have to be done at the end of the year. And by saying at the end of the year, what we focus on the producing the financial statement that will tell how the business has performed. But in order to track how things are working within the company, we may opt to have what? A half year or quarterly reports. How many quarters are there? 4. Alright, so we talk of what? 3 months section. Then the last distinction or difference is time focus. Time focus. And under the time focus, under accounting you write past oriented, and under financial management you write future oriented. Past oriented, future oriented. Do you guess of anything there? Do you guess anything there? Past oriented. If you look at accounting, as we're saying, is past oriented just because we do reports on things that happened in the past. Right? A good example, at the end of the year, you sit down and say how the business has performed. And later on, you produce reports. You find that all the statements that we are talking about here, they are produced based on what happened in the past. So accounting is much based on the history, whereas financial management is future oriented, just because you look at the information which has been produced based on the past. That's the accounting work where the financial managers have to work on, so that as they make decisions as to what to be done, so that we make an improvement for the future. So financial management is future oriented. Are we there? Till remote? All right. Okay. Having looked at that, we go to something different. And our focus, we go to agency problem. Agency problem. I talked about this, right? Smell fail? No, this is not easy. At the very first day I talked about this. And the Gambaram class, Mubanga agreed, yes, we did discuss agency problem. What did I say about it? And that time you even asked like that. Even that day, Tessiva, you even asked just like that. Trust me. What I'm saying is the truth. Could we have the WhatsApp group? We need to create, because I'm winding up this chapter, so I give you the notes as I go to the other side. Do you want it? I would give my assignment. Never I said I won't give assignments, I'll give presentations. Alright, so the memo came I think 3 days ago to say to give my assignments. Are we there? Agency problem. That's from the word agent, something like that. Agent. Who is an agent? Who is an agent?
Just to give us the state and this, because we don't know which agency
What? How many spells do you know? Dictate the 2 or the 3 of the agency, you know. I'm not talking of the agent of time.
You're talking about the agent.
Yes.
The agent is an agent. The agent is an agent.
You, how do you read this? Maybe it's time to learn something.
Because this English has changed.
How do you read this?
Pronunciation.
And how do you read this?
Agent. The space. On the second one.
This is? No. Are these read differently?
Agent.
They are different. No, these are different.
Okay, you look at the second one, the space between the A and the G.
So if A is attached to the way that you take or that you are reading, we pronounce it as A. Yes. That's the English pronunciation. If A is detached, you say A.
Yeah. This is the matter of pronunciation.
No.
I'm telling you.
No. A guy, they're different things.
So we are using which one? The first one.
The first one. Who is an agent? So, she was there, she recalls what I said. I asked you again, didn't I talk about this? I did.
We're not there.
I think you have been with me all the time.
Maybe the body was here for this.
And somebody mentioned of Airtel agents.
No, we're not there. Maybe it's not this
No,
one.
we didn't talk about that.
No, we did. So help me learn. Who is an agent? The other. Exactly. Huh? We did, right? Yes. No. Even sister, she's there. Sister, did we talk about agency problem here? No, but I strongly believe. No, I did in the very first. No. What said was there? Which recordings? No, the first day I came here, I said don't write.
We talked about the post outline and everything, what we didn't talk about the agent.
No.
I'm telling you.
just.
No, we didn't talk about this.
No.
I talked about this.
No, it must have been another class.
No, I did that. Yes, and I mean Uncle Sama Airtel agent. It was not. It was. I'm serious. Okay, I know, but as we go along, we'll mention some examples that will spark our memory. So, when we talk of an agent, just as you have said, we look at somebody who works on behalf of the other. A good example, like here at this institution, I'm an agent of this institution. I work on behalf of the university, not so. So I'm an agent. So anyone who is, in this case, what we are looking at is, we are looking at the employer and the employee. So in this case, the employer would be our principal and the employee would be our agent. So what we look at is, the moment there is employer and employee, we create what we call employer-employee relation. So if there is this relationship, as we're saying, an employee works on behalf of the employer, the expectation is that the employee should represent the interest of the employer and not his or her own interest. Is it true? Hello, is it true? What I mean is, if I'm working under this institution, whatever I'm doing, it should be in the best interest of this institution, not my own interest. Not so. No, it seems like we're not following what I mean. It's like that, right? So if I may ask you, does it always work like that? But it's supposed to be like that. So what makes it not to be the way we have just said? Difference in interest. Brother, have you worked before?
Work?
Yes. No. Anyone who has worked before? You have worked before. Have you worked 100% to the interest of your employer? Why?
I was working in bank. No phones, so you can't survive.
You can't survive.
So we break that.
Farumba Marwa?
I don't know the
So you don't make no communication till you know go. I see, yes.
you're not a manager, that you shouldn't speak that in your phone.
Ingo Kala. Oh. Yes, you have worked?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you worked 100% to the interest of your boss? Why?
Sometimes it was, sometimes bosses, they have that inferior complex. So it was due to investigations.
All right. So we are saying this topic, those guys who are taking governance is also there. So what we are looking at is, most of the times, the fact that we need to work in the best interest of our employer, but in the long way, we find ourselves breaking away from that due to so many factors that might be there. A good example, I come here to work. Do I come here only just that I've worked for this institution? I also look towards my own personal needs, right? So what if the job does not provide for my needs? What do? You go at the bank, you work from morning up to 5. The expectation is you earn a living that you want through that job. And you find that the job does not award you with the life you want. What do? You quit. Imagine right? Have you heard of such kind of stuff? What do? You start doing things so that others and by doing so, you're doing something that is not in the interest of the boss. Let's take have you heard the word piffering? Piffering. P-I-L.
Talked about it, and now I remember.
No, even here.
No, He gave us all example, all different, so he told us the meaning of different.
What was it?
He said, taking small things.
Kuba. Swanto, Mumaba. And even sometimes, let's take Antonshiro Malimanaso Vajinzage. You don't help the company get the best person. So all these, they are conflict of interest. So when you talk of conflict of interest, it's nothing but the agency or agency problem.
Can I try to add with that?
Yes, please. That's what we want.
Okay, so I don't know if it makes sense, but sometimes I feel like for organizations to give like 100% of their efforts because of organization rules and regulations. Because you see in some organizations, the rules are just so rigid and not flexible in a way that the employees get tired of the same rules and regulations that
Yeah, exactly. That's also part of it. Are we there? So when say agency problem, all we are looking at is we look at the conflict of interest. So you may find that the way we have talked, probably we have only just talked one side. Sometimes you may also find say the employers, they will try to capitalize on you. They will try to give you some task to their own advantage and not to you. If you look at such kind of stuff, that means it's not balancing, right? But we need something that is balanced up. Olemba nchiro azisanga kumaso olembero nchiro azitaniso azisanga. Can we have that all the time? Can we have that all the time? But we need to strive so that we have such kind of stuff. So like this one, that we are saying agency problem, right? So there you write the agency problem is a conflict of interest. The agency problem is a conflict of interest. The agency problem is the conflict of interest. The agency problem is the conflict of interest. Inherent in any relationship, inherent in any relationship, inherent in any relationship, inherent in any relationship, where one party is expected, where one party is expected to act in another's best interest. We are there. First of there, the agency problem does not exist. The agency problem does not exist. The agency problem does not exist without a relationship between the principal and an agent. 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 Which principle is this? How have you written this principle? Yes, ma'am? What's the spelling?
Principle.
Yes? It has ended with what? Give me the 3 letters of the end. P-A-L. Yes, ma'am, there?
PLE, peaceful.
PLE. Your sister there?
At the end,
Yes. Give just 3 letters at the end.
PAL.
PAL. Decibel. PAL. Brother? LE. So it's PAL. Principle. Not PLE. We're there, right? I was saying the urgency problem does not exist without a relationship between a principal and an agent. The urgency problem arises due to the urgency problem arises the urgency problem arises, you're there, due to an issue with incentives, due to an issue with incentives, due to an issue of incentives, INCE. To an issue of incentives and presence of discretion in task completion, and presence of discretion in task completion. We're there, right? In task completion. Task completion. So we are saying most of the times the relationship does not go on well between the employer and employee just because there is lack of incentives. What are incentives? What are incentives? Any idea? Motivational allowances. Okay, so incentives to talk of something that would motivate you, right? Let's assume you're working. What would motivate you? So, good working conditions? Fringe benefits? Can we all, is money only thing that would motivate us to work? Yes. Brother? Would you be motivated only if there is money?
To be honest, yes, I would. As long as it's a good thing, I'll be motivated.
So you only be motivated because of money? Nothing else? Sister at the corner there, what would motivate you to work? Money only? You're not sure?
A good working environment.
Good working environment?
Yes.
So others, what should enjoy? Like what Jesse was saying, she didn't like say, "Alimi phone, kumazikanga alimi phone." What was the feeling like? So it even pushed away that joy that comes with the sound. Serious? Yeah, that's too much. You can't. So all those kind of stuff. And where they're saying discretion in terms in task completion, as I said, most of the times you may find that especially our supervisors would always try to score high by abusing us, right? So how can we overcome urgency problem? It's bad if there is too much conflict of interest between the employer and employee. It's bad, right? What's the badness? What's the badness? I told you, don't be too serious. Learning was done at secondary school. Yes, talk, understand, give your thoughts, I give my thoughts. Learning was done at secondary school. Man, why say that? Why? Eh? What's your fire? No. Something is there. Tell me. Yes. There shouldn't be something so serious. If there is too much conflict of interest, what's the badness?
It creates a hostile environment.
Exactly.
There's poor productivity of employee and business coordination.
Exactly. And then you may not be able to achieve the common goal. Let's take Okbira Shido, Albera for company. Company crowd. You go, you want service, an inside employee says that I can give you the same service at Mumvirigano. That's what we do, right? Which is bad. So my question is, how do you think we can overcome this agency problem? So you write minimizing risks associated with the agency problem. Minimizing the risks associated with the agency problem. Minimizing the risks associated with the agency problem. We are there, right? Number one is regression. What do you think regressions could work so that others will reduce this conflict of interest? I was saying regressions. How do you think regressions could work so that others we minimize or we reduce the conflict of interest? Is it possible? It's possible? How? Most of the probably you haven't worked or you start working some days. You know, especially in countries like Malawi where unemployment is so high. Do you think an employee's voice would be heard anytime? No. So that alone definitely cancels that others, even if regulations are there, you may not have it. Let's take institution. Let's take the university is treating Minaineo. Do you think I can have courage to sue this university? I'm saying, do you think I can have the energy, say, company Penavanga Silvanga Bino, and the guys who mean? I can have that, and I can do that, right? But it's very rare, right?
And also the chances of you winning,
So most of the times, abuse is there in most of the working place. And if I see my employees, Amaka always worried, say, the garage woman definitely at the end, and even assuming you have won the case, do you think you enjoy at the workplace? No. So you always look, say, the guys, let's take what will be my next life. And will I manage, let's take a little Sanchido, so all those kind of stuff. So if I here on integrations, we are not only focusing on the rules of the company, rules of the company, but we may also look at even if you talk of Employment Act. In the Employment Act, that is stipulated, say that you work with a you can sue the company. In the Amanena one bit say they promote employees what? Right. Munava kuza labor relations? Labor relations. Oh my God. Desiva? Labor relations? Oh, you go? Which channel? What DC? Amanena uti amatiani? Yes, amati labor office. That's the place where if you know you feel like pina wage mchito sizi win muzika sumina mabwana numene kuchi. So most of the times antamaka ama they don't do that just because they are always afraid of tomorrow. So you see, so all those kind of stuff. But regulations, if regulations are in place and they are accepted at all levels, they definitely they would be in the best position to minimize the risk that would come with what? Conflict of interest. The other one is incentives. How do you think incentives would reduce this? Would reduce conflict of interest? If you know matter of everything through your work, what would motivate you not to work hard? What would push you not to work hard? You always work hard, right? And most of the times, even in Kuba Umene, you may not have that feeling to say, I should steal from the company. Because you're motivated in all angles. Those who kumbaza muntu sizi wani, eh? That is straight. Alright. The other one is professionalism. And that question I ask here. And that question was answered by Mom there. That's why I'm telling you, I taught you this here. I just talk of this in blah blah. I took what's profession? What's profession? What's profession? Yes, sister at the corner there. What's profession? Any idea what's profession? So you find same at in every field, be an accountant, be HR, be whosoever, you are always trained as to how you can be exercising your job, right? Or how you can be doing a job. So each and every job has its own code of conduct as to how you should execute whatever you're doing. So if you do it outside what you're expected, then you're not being professional. But if you do as it is required, you're being professional. So as a profession, you always have what? Duty of care. So if we do work with duty of care, then definitely we'll be able to do our job in the best possible way. And in the long run, we may not be tempted to do something that would create bad blood between the principal and the agent. Are we there? Looking at this, we are done with introduction to financial management, unless you have a question. So I said you should prepare a WhatsApp group so that at least I have to send these notes to you because I'm done. Who is using Redmi here? Phone Redmi? You? Your hotspot is on?
It's not.
No, I'm trying to connect my hotspot. Uganda, it's connecting to Redmi. Mwingi password.
That's me someone. That's me someone else.
All right. So we go to something different. All right, so we go to another area of our focus. All right, so let's head our new topic as capital investment. Capital investment. Capital investment. All right. If I may ask, what's capital? Or what is capital? Sorry? Assets of the organization? Yes. So if asset of the organization, what do you think would be, what is an investment? Because we'd like to combine the two. Because we have headed capital investment, right? So if we say capital is, you said capital is assets or are assets, then is one of what? Then what's investment? Any idea what investment is? Do we have ideas as what investment is? Everything put in the business. That's investment. What do you mean by putting in business?
For example, like profits, they can be put back in the business.
That's an investment.
Personal stuff or personal assets.
Ndimo vile utasema. It's a current person. It's a current person. So when we talk of capital investments, or what we're looking at is, we are looking at buying of assets. So you need to buy assets. You need to make your investment in assets. That is, I'll give you what to write. That is, you should be able to say, everybody, what kind of assets do we need? So that we make those assets available for the operations of the business. So let's write this. That's the danger of coming late. Where do you stay? All right, so let's have this. Capital investment, also referred to as capital budgeting. Capital investment, also referred to as capital budgeting, also referred to as capital budgeting, is a company's contribution, is a company's contribution, is a company's contribution, is a company's contribution, is a company's contribution of funds towards acquisition of funds towards acquisition of long-lived assets. Long-lived, LONG-LIVED, long-lived assets for further growth. And it helps determine capital needs for both. It helps determine capital needs for both new and existing projects. New and existing projects. We're there, right? So you say a capital investment is a sum of money that goes. A capital investment is a sum of money that goes. A capital investment is a sum of money that goes. Capital investment is a sum of money that goes towards furthering the objectives of a business. That goes towards favoring. Yes, furthering. F-U-R-T. Furthering the objectives of a business. Are we there? Or towards purchasing a long-term assets, purchasing long-term assets for the business. Purchasing long-term assets for the business. Most of them. So the way we have just written there, what do you make out of that? With what we have just written, do you make anything? Or what is it that you understand from that? We are going towards solving, right? You're scared? No need to get scared. It's easy. Any idea? What do you get out of what we've just written?
I think a couple of investments. Very much something that the statement.
Yeah.
Capital investment is like the money that is put into the business to be able to help the business to achieve certain goals, objectives.
Yeah. That is evening at Ibnogo. Let's take my classes that we gave. They say I don't deserve my class. The Umanga got building in about that's capital investment. Yeah, right. The subject, All right, so let's take, we would like to have a new building. That new building is capital investment. As we're saying, we are furthering the objectives of the company or business. So all what we're looking at is all the money that is put towards acquisition or acquiring of assets. That's capital investment. 3 months. Are you getting me? The massage. Okay, what I'm saying is, sorry, I'm not good at share, but I'll try to put it into share. Do you know what I mean? Tikamaka uli tiku tenga drama ndugula zinthu zoti zitithandizira kuyendesa business, especially katundu like assets. Ndalama zonse zimene tingaononge popeza ma assets oti business igwiritse ntchito. All those timati ndi ma capital investment. Have you heard of what we call capital expenditure and revenue expenditure? Capital expenditure and revenue expenditure. You have heard capital expenditure? What does it mean?
Anything that is invested to acquire
To acquire what?
the basic needs of the business. That will give a proper return on the business.
What about revenue expenditure?
Revenue.
Revenue? Yes, expenditure.
Those are taxes, what?
All right. When we talk of capital expenditure, is the same as capital investment. Those we're looking at investing in assets, right? Capital expenditure, it would be acquisition of new assets or making an improvement to an existing asset. You get it? A good example, let me finish first. Whereas revenue expenditure, we are looking at those expenses that are incurred to maintain day-to-day running of the business. A good example would be, have you been to this office down here where there is, I don't know, where there is accounts, there is what office, there is what room? Have you seen that? If you look at that room, it was just one room at once, right? Kuma anaibanga timagate kuli also kali office here, right? That would be treated as capital expenditure. If we look at this room, it's painted, right? The time they were painting this room before the building actually started being used, that is also capital expenditure. Let's take today the room is dirty and would like to repaint. The repainting of it would be treated as well revenue expenditure, because we're trying to make sure that at least this room is now what? Usable. Something like that. So capital expenditure is nothing but investments or buying of what? The assets that the business would like to have. Are we there? Okay. Let's look at sources of capital investment. Sources of capital investment. Sources of capital investment. Sources of capital investment. You write there like this, because the term can be used to describe two different concepts. Because the term can be used to describe because the term can be used to describe two different concepts in business. We will take a look at where capital investment. We'll take a look at where capital investments can originate in both cases. So we start with financial capital investment. Financial capital investment. Financial capital investment. Financial capital investment. We are there, right? They write that a capital investment generally involves a capital investment generally involves a large amount of money, being invested into a business. Capital investment generally involves a large amount of money being invested into a business, whether before the launch of the business, or over the course of time, especially in the case of businesses, especially in the case of businesses that rely heavily on capital of continued operation. Is that right? Often a capital investment, is associated with sources such as venture capital firm, venture capital firms, FIRM, venture capital firms, or even private backers, that is BACKERS, backers such as business angels, BACKERS. I was saying, often capital investment is associated with sources such as venture capital firms or even backers such as business angels.
Business.
Angels.
Angel.
Yes, the angel we know. Have you heard of this? Business angels? Have you heard of mutual funds? Mutual funds? All right, let's proceed. This can certainly be the case when this can certainly be the case when an entrepreneur gains attention, when an entrepreneur gains attention for a particular winning idea with a strong business plan. I say this can certainly be the case when an entrepreneur gains attention for a particular winning idea with a strong business plan. So here what we're looking at is like you under financial capital investment. It's like you have a lucrative idea where can I respond to this? Alright, so if you have an idea that others look at it as probably something worth investing in, those people can help to fund your idea. We talk of the business angels. They are the people who have money and they're looking where others they could put that money for a better return. We talk of I talked of what? Mutual funds. Mutual funds, like for example, regarding like insurance, Audi Mutual, even where you pay what you call pension fund and likes, where Antenna they invest the money on our behalf. If any member contribute, say the money will collect probably at a later date. In Umakara body, they have where that money can be used to remultiply, so they get the money and invest on our behalf. So that if we make a claim, our monies are made available. So monies could be provided in such a way where we have others who could help to support or to finance our projects or our ideas. We go to the other one, we write physical capital investment. Physical capital investment. Physical capital investment. And there you write, in other circumstances, in other circumstances, a capital investment is made in the form of purchasing. In other circumstances, a capital investment is made in the form of purchasing long-term assets. Purchasing long-term assets. With the aim of these with the aim of these providing growth for the business, with the aim of these providing growth for the business over time. Over time. Full stop. You're there, right? In this situation, the purchase decision is generally made. In this situation, the purchase decision is generally made by management of the company. We'll stop there. Let's go for the aim of capital investment. The decision to buy assets is made by what? Management. In this situation, the purchase decision is generally made by the management of the company. It's generally made by the management of the company. Chilibo? Alright. Right, the aims of capital investment. Would you guess? Any guess as to why, what would be the aim of the capital investment? The question is, why should the company have assets, buy assets?
Sustain and maintain the growth of the company.
Exactly. I gave an example. So let's take my classes at whichever the university decides to construct a new block aside. You may find that such kind of stuff would be done so that at least we maintain our operations or we welcome the growth that the institution is having. So let's have this. Our first, you look at economic benefit. Economic benefit. Economic benefit. And under economic benefit, you write this. Inevitable. Inevitable. Yes. So inevitable, the addition of capital investment, the addition of capital investment the addition of capital investment in the form of funds, in the form of funds, in the form of funds provides clear financial boost to the business. That is, if you look at the first source, right? Where others could support us by providing finances. As in, additional capital investment in the form of funds provides a clear financial boost to the business, which is very true, right? Financial boost of the business. That is, like we talked of the business angel. If these people are able to provide us with money so that we can make an investment, definitely that lack of money is no longer there, right? That's what it means. So you proceed there, say, when this occurs, it can aid in improvement. I mean, when this occurs, it can aid in improving. It can aid in improving. It can aid. It should be. It can aid, not made. It can aid in improving production efficiency. It can aid in improving production efficiency. Production efficiency. Production efficiency. It can aid production efficiency. For example, thereby also, for example, thereby also potentially contributing to the economy, thereby also potentially contributing to the economy. The other one is employment opportunities. Employment opportunities. Definitely, if there is a boost to the business, or we are increasing or we are expanding, definitely that shall also call for what? An increase in job creation, right? So I have this on that. I was saying employment opportunities. So I say increased production can lead to the option to hire more employees. Increased production, increased production, increased production, increased production can lead to the option to hire more employees, providing jobs. The last but one, you write? Alright, I'll say increased production can lead to the option to hire more employees. The option to hire more employees, providing jobs. The last but one, you write wealth generation. Wealth generation. Wealth generation. And on wealth generation, you have this: a capital investment that goes towards 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 a business that is then able to use towards a business that is then able to use this to grow the business, and increase revenue. Full stop. And increase revenue. Full stop. This can mean better income. This can mean better income. This can mean better income for both management and employees. For both management and employees. As well as this can mean better income for both management and employees, as well as potentially for shareholders, and open future investment opportunities. Full stop. The last one, open future investment opportunities. And the last aim is increased market competition. Increased market competition. Increased market competition. There you write this. When a business faces a certain amount of competition, when a business faces when a business faces a certain amount of competition in the market, a certain amount of competition in the market, a certain amount of competition in the market regarding a product or service. This causes that business to make improvements in their offerings, benefiting the customers. So all we are looking at is we have to make sure that at least with the monies that are made available, we're able to boost our market efforts so that at least we'll gain more. So in our next meeting, we'll start looking at calculation of capital investment. So you may hear calculation of capital investment. So I may end here. Alright. I was saying increased market competition when a business faces a certain amount of competition in the market regarding a product or service, this causes that business to make improvements in their offerings, benefiting the customers. In their offerings, benefiting the customers. Yes, brother. Sorry? You give me the wrong one? Financial management. This is for Saturday's weekend. What is this one?